Well, thank you, Sophie, for that wonderful talk, and hopefully she's convinced you to fill the survey in right now. I'm just going to follow up with what we've been doing in the UK as working towards getting fairer acknowledgements for core facility contributions. So I'm Georgina Fletcher. I'm the project officer at Bioimaging UK, and that's why I'm here, because we have multiple aims around, you can see on the schematic, community engagement, strategy, training, but careers is one of our core aims. We've been around as a network since about 2009, and we've currently got funding until 2027 thanks to UKRI and the RMS, and Maddie Parsons at King's is leading the network. So what we often see with imaging scientists is they fall between the cracks of an academic career path and a technical career path, which means it's really difficult to get the appropriate credit for the work that's been done in the core facility that contributes to the paper. It's also tricky to have a very clear, well-defined career path because you fall between the gaps. But I've been in Bioimaging UK for about 5 years, and I think the direction of travel is absolutely going the right way, and there's a lot of cool stuff happening with career paths at different universities in the UK and around the world. So there are definitely green shoots, and this is a culture change, so it's going to take some time. But I think this Venn diagram of academic importance and recognition is quite funny. I've taken it from Simon Hetrick, who's at the University of Southampton, who set up the hidden ref, which is a slightly different way of looking at this problem, and maybe reducing the assessment of just manuscripts and broadening the ecosystem to who is vital to research. So in the blue circle we've got who's vital, in the red circle we've got the people who are named, and in the middle that are in both are the academics. So I think this reflects the history of where we've come from as a field, as research. 100 years ago, it was generally one male, white, rich gentleman who was working in the lab, and now we've moved towards a very much a team setup where you have all the research software engineers, technicians, librarians, data stewards, prisms, research manager and administrations, and so on. So I think, we've come from the right, we're moving to the left, and this is just a picture of a core facility, the Octopus core facility on their retreat in 2023. But the push from this is definitely coming from the top. So Ottoline Laser is the outgoing CEO of UKRI. She's been in post about 4 or 5 years, and she immediately made the statement, we need to get away from the idea that science is carried out nowadays by a lone genius, and recognise the importance of the team. So Bioimaging UK was working on this before I started in 2019, I think, and they're built on, as always, people building on everyone else's great stuff. Natasha Stevens with the EM UK and Ireland Community Network had drafted a core facilities publication policy, which is a 2-page, quite meaty document that they ask their new users to sign, which is around when you should give acknowledgements and when you should give authorships, and that's available still on the RMS website, and that's the QR code to access it. So I think this works with some people because this is the way they like to work, but there are other people that would probably not be as willing to sign something like this unless it was absolutely mandated in the core. So this group of people, so Jemima Burden, Maddie Parsons, Jessica Valey and Daniel Sung, decided to adapt the sort of serious 2-page policy into a more digestible format that was supposed to go on the core facility walls. And it's heavily reliant on Natasha Stevens' document. So it's talking about, if you've used the facility, you should acknowledge that. If you've used instruments that are funded on grants, you have to acknowledge the grant, and then it's going into any assistance above routine level should be recognised through co-authorship. And then we go on to the example scenarios around sample preparation, around image acquisition, and key for you here today, image analysis. So that was our most engaged with tweet in the 5 years I've been at the network. So we had around 32,000 impressions, and it's really nice because it just gets organically reposted from time to time, and then it goes kind of viral again. Well, my version of viral. So it's definitely something that is resonating with a lot of people out there, and we were trying to push it a bit, get people to take pictures when you've put it up on the core facility. So you can see Alex Sosick here when he was managing the LM core at the Gurdon in Cambridge. And what was really, really nice was that other people just decided that they would adapt it a little bit. And I think this is when it's more light-hearted and might even work better, because, your eye goes straight away to what's this. Alessandro Ciccarelli at the Francis Crick Institute sort of modified and has a Bob Marley version, a Michelle Obama version, and a Lewis Hamilton version. And other versions exist, so companies are doing this as well. Argolite have nice posters, and I do think, the more you drive this point home, the better. So it's good to have different ways to see this. And Yara tells me I'm officially announcing this now, so that's quite scary. But last month, Global Bioimaging and the RMS signed a collaboration agreement to try and, work collaboratively together in all the initiatives that the two organisations run. And one thing that we've been working on in the Careers Path Working Group that Global Bioimaging, that Sophie introduced earlier from Global Bioimaging, was to update these guidelines with our two logos, but importantly to bring on board as many national, international, regional, local networks, bioimaging networks that we can, and have these logos on the poster as well, just to show this is a global, a global initiative. So the wording has changed very, very slightly, and I think that's expected as the field evolves. So this will be going out to be downloaded very, very shortly. The key thing is that it needs to go into different languages because it's going global. So these are the languages that we have already, and just show you the Portuguese and the Japanese versions. And this is all volunteer effort, and thank you very much to everyone who's done that. So we've got 9 languages at the moment, and we've obviously got some gaps. So if you're a speaker of a different language and would like to help this initiative go into your language, then please get in touch with me, or I'm just Georgina at rms.org.uk, or Sophie at Global Bioimaging, and we will gladly take your effort and offer of help. And that's all I'd like to say. Thank you for the invite. It's really nice to be on this fantastic meeting.